It's
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The Tuesday we talk about real estate.
I really do believe one of these times we need to have tacos.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Is that a thing?
There's breakfast burritos. Why not breakfast tacos?
Why not? Well, and we could do it for lunch. We'll change it up. Be all
There
crazy.
we go.
Right?
Hey, Chilangos out there. You have fantastic tacos, but you need to introduce a breakfast taco.
Maybe they have one. Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't think they're open for breakfast.
No. So what did everybody do for Thanksgiving? It was an absolutely gorgeous weekend. Yes, we had a little bit of rain, but were you up north? You were up north.
Yesterday.
Cottage country got rain.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
We had a beautiful weekend.
The only real nice day was the day that we were leaving for us. That's when the sun came out.
Oh no.
Yeah. Makes it hard to pack up when the sun's out and you had rain the whole weekend. But
yeah.
We slept a lot because we ate so much turkey.
Oh man. So much turkey.
So
much pie and cake.
Oh my god.
Like we had like 5 different pies. We had the pumpkin cheesecake and we had cherry tarts. Like it was
too much. And that's like none of us eat a lot of desserts and we just felt like we just had to keep eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe had his birthday.
Oh, getting older. Still looking pretty, but getting older.
Looking good, Joe, for your birthday on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting up there.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
to Joe.
Happy birthday to you.
Who could ask for anything more?
You guys have an interesting topic this week.
Yes.
Oh yes, Julie and I. Yeah, we wanted to talk a little bit about just kind of the buying process. I've been getting a lot of reoccurring questions from when I work with buyers. And there seems to be a misconception about the term bidding war that I just wanted to kind of clarify a little bit, because I know a lot of people that I've spoken with, they think that when you put in an offer, then someone else puts in an offer, and then you get to counter that offer, and they counter yours, and it's back and forth. It doesn't work that way. The way that it really works is that when we take you to go see a house and you like it, we submit an offer for you. And you just put your best offer forward, and you hope that the seller, when they sit down, they review them all and they pick the one that they like. Julie, did you want to add a little bit to that as well?
Yeah, so bidding war, we often hear it connected with it's multiple offers is basically what is really happening, meaning your offer is potentially up against, a number of other offers. We won't ever know the details of anybody else's offer, nor will anybody know the details of your offer. We will always know how many offers you're up against, which we will let you know so that you know kind of what that competition is like. But we'll never know the details of the offer. And basically, you just go in with your best offer from the start, with the price you're comfortable paying, and hope for the best. Sometimes, maybe your offer is close to another offer, and you might get the opportunity, you might have a short time period to maybe improve your offer, but you can't bank on that possibility from the start, right? You have to assume that once it's submitted, that's that, and go from there. There's lots of possibilities that happen, because we can always run you through kind of all those scenarios, because there's lots of different ways things can go, but that's generally when you're against multiple offers, how it kind of goes.
And it's not always the highest price that wins. I'm sorry, Tara, go ahead.
It's all right.
I'm just saying it's not always the highest price that wins either. Sometimes someone may come in with a very high offer, which goes well over asking, but they have a lot of conditions with their offer. And the seller may like the number that you're offering, but all the other conditions just, it scares them. And in today's market, with there being multiple offers, we find that the best offers that come forward are the ones with the least amount of conditions. And usually they are over asking, but so yeah, it's not always the highest price wins.
You have to
Yeah.
look at all of it, especially when there's a closing date that a seller wants. You as a buyer, if you're able to give that to them,
Mhm.
along with a good sized deposit. A deposit is something that is required upon an accepted offer. And we're getting a lot of questions on that right now because we've seen a huge increase in that amount in our area. We used to be very low. It used to be about $1,000. Now you've got to look at least 10. I mean, even over the last year, we saw it go to 2,500 and 5,000. We're all like, oh my goodness. But now your minimum is 10 and you should be probably at 20 to 25, depending on the number of offers you're up against. But we'll guide you in all of that because it really does come down to the house. It comes down to how many other offers you're up against. And we have seen every scenario that exists right now. So we'll be
Mhm.
able to give you the best feedback as to where we think you should go. And no, we are not saying you need to take out all your conditions. We are saying you need to do your conditions ahead of time. So there is a difference there.
Do you want to touch on down payment and deposit? Because I know a lot of people get confused on those two things.
Yeah, a deposit is the smaller amount. It is the deposit, as I said, is you want to try and look at about $10,000 now, but it's due and payable within 24 hours from an accepted offer. And if you do have conditions in it and one of those conditions fall apart, then you do get your deposit back unless it's otherwise written separately in a different way in the offer. If you do have a firm offer that you go in at, that deposit does go into the trust account of the company that has it listed, and it comes off of what you owe on the day of closing. A down payment is the amount you need for the day of closing, and that's usually a minimum of 5% and upwards, depending on what you have figured out with your bank and what you're comfortable with.
Another thing to note with the deposit, it's money. I mean, it basically comes down to funds that you have available, right? Readily available to have available within 24 hours of an accepted offer, right? It can't be a credit card or any of that stuff, right? It has to be funds that you have available. So a lot of people kind of don't understand that either. So that can dictate, how much cash do you have on hand, that, you're not going to be sitting without any money in your savings. What are you comfortable with, right? That's
and you want to get comfortable with $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've been on so many ends of it with sellers, and a lot of people go, well, who cares about the deposit? It's just there. Well, you know what? When you have offers that are very similar, it can come down to the deposit amount, and they're going, well, these people are showing really good faith by coming in at 25,000. These ones only have 10, and that was the difference. So that's why when you are looking at getting ready for purchasing a home, we will take you through this information so that you do have that money available and get it ready for purchasing a home. Oh, this only applies to resale. If you're buying new, the deposits are all different.
Yeah, that's right.
Not $10,000. But watch Joe's new upcoming episodes, and he'll be taking you through that.
The other thing is, so if you're in any offer situation, if the seller accepts a conditional offer for a certain time period, we still won't know the details of that offer until it's sold firm. So we won't know how much the price that they accepted. Sometimes we'll know the conditions and when those are due, but that's about it. We still won't know any details of the offer until it's sold firm. Because if that deal happens to fall apart, then everybody would know the price that they accepted, which isn't in the seller's best interest.
And that's another good point too. When you are in competition, and if you unfortunately do not win the home, and another buyer did win, and it was firm when they won, until the deposit is received from that buyer, which is again the 24 hours, we don't know the sale price of the home either. So we as realtors are not to divulge that information until that deposit is received.
Yes, we have seen people decide to back out and not put in the deposit, and then it's back on the market, right?
So
One other question that I had come up recently was in regards to knowing how many offers there are. So there's a perception out there that that people make offers and they're told that there are multiple offers, but there are not multiple offers. And as a result, you're actually raising the price of your offer when there actually really isn't any competition. But there's protection against that, and I think a lot of people don't know that. Do you want to touch on that a little?
So basically, when we have a house listed and we're receiving offers, we are obligated to tell the other realtors who are bringing offers how many offers there are. But we're not only obligated to tell them how many other offers there are, we tell them what companies they're coming from, because they actually need to know if they're in competition or not.
Mm.
So not just with other offers, but they need to know if they're in multiple representation within their own companies. So now we have it where we state there's so many offers from this company, so many offers from this company, etc. We are not obligated to tell who the realtors are. We, of course, as the listing agent, know, but the other agents do not need to know that. The question of that is, why not? Because it could give you an unfair advantage. If you start to learn how one realtor does offers versus another, that could put you into an unfair advantage over somebody else.
And really, if it comes down to it and somebody files a complaint, we have to produce proof of all of those offers that were submitted.
Yeah.
So that,
So if you're a buyer and you feel like you were in that situation, that you put an offer in and maybe you didn't have competition, you do have the option to be able to go ask your realtor, can you please find out how many offers there really were, and ask for the proof if you feel that that's necessary. But just so you know, that the option is there and tracking has to be done.
Yes.
Mm.
We have the paperwork to back it up.
Yep.
lots of paper trails.
Lots
Yep.
of paper trails.
Well, that was a lot of information for everybody.
That was a big
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
That was a big Taco Tuesday.
Get you out of your turkey haze.
That's right.
I might need another nap.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, we hope you have a great week. If you have any questions regarding any of this, please contact any one of us. We're here to help you.
Yep.
Taco
Taco
Go
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Out.
Out.
Out.